Hello from Downsizing Makes Sense. Today's video is the second part to the detailed campsite video on Hanna Park in Jacksonville, Florida. But this one is all about the amenities and activities available. We cover inside the campground, the beach you can walk to, the lake, mountain biking, hiking, day use, and outside the park, a trip on a ferry to find another beach for an awesome sunset.
Okay, the first thing we're going to do is enter the park and get to the campground. This is the entrance to the park where you have to go through the guard gate. If you come at night, the guard will actually give you your registration information. If you come during the day, you're going to have to park up here in the special RV parking area and then go into registration to get your campground information. There's not a lot of room over here to pull over, so do your best to stay right as possible. Here's the entrance to the registration. They wouldn't let me film in there. Okay, here we're leaving the registration area. So you're going to come to a stop sign here. You're going to go straight through here. To go left is the beach and right is the lake and day use area. Now the next right we're going to be taking is for the campground. Here's the sign for the campground. Keep your eyes peeled, you don't want to go too far. I'm just going to speed it up here as we enter the campground area. There's the campground store on the left. We're going to enter in. We're going to come to the gate. We're going to enter the code that you got from registration. Once you go through there, we're in the park.
Now this is the campground store. As you can see, there's lots of treats, toys, bikes you can rent, and even a couple little cuties that will greet you. And these are the bathroom showers. Some of them were cleaner than others. I was actually happy that we had our own shower and bathroom to use in our RV, but at least they are there. This is the laundry facilities building. There are only 2 washers and 2 dryers.
Now there's a couple of playgrounds actually in the campground area, which the kids just love. There were always tons of kids in the playgrounds. This is the amphitheater that you can rent. There are 6 cabins on the property that you can rent. This is the nature center, which isn't always open. They just installed some propane tanks, and it should be available by the time you hear this. The internet was blazing fast, download and upload, the whole time we were there. Now Hanna Park has some awesome mountain biking trails. It's not very long, there's about 12 miles of trails, ranging from really easy to extremely difficult. Now there's some really tight single track trails here with lots of routes. I've been mountain biking here a couple of years. It's a really fun trail. Now they have a bike repair area. They have a bike wash, a snack area to fuel back up again, a changing area. Make sure you follow the rules of the trail and pick up a map at the registration when you come into the park.
One of my favorite activities is hiking. They have 6 miles of trails. They have these little boardwalks, but you be careful because some of them are a bit flimsy and the water is a little murky. As you can see, there's lots of trees, shade, and peace and quiet. My pups loved it. Please be careful while you are on the trails because mountain bikers do crisscross occasionally onto your trails or run alongside of you. Our Chewy, a Yorkshire Terrier, has CHF, congestive heart failure. She loves to take walks, but she also needs breaks. So we got ourselves a doggy backpack. Before we settled on this doggy backpack, we went through quite a few. Check our YouTube video that shows the 3 backpacks we tried and why we chose the one we did.
Now the trail crosses with a primitive camping area. I didn't get a chance to go back and videotape it, but it's a camping area for hikers.
Another favorite of this campground was the lake. Our second RV site was closer to it. I love taking reflection shots. I've become a bit obsessed. And also video the many birds. There are benches on the trails along the lake, so make sure you find that perfect spot where you can see the mini islands because birds accumulate there, especially before sunset.
Now, on the day use side of the park, they've got playgrounds. They have this canoe kayak rental concession, which when they're open, they also have drinks and snacks. They had this really unusual kayak launching mechanism, which I guess just makes it a little safer to launch your kayak. Now, I had this awesome fishing dock, and now this guy wasn't having any luck fishing, but it's a beautiful place to spend the afternoon. They also had this splash park, which is open during the warm months to keep the kids cool. They also had this large area to play dodgeball, a volleyball area, and picnic pavilions. Now, just like on the campground side of the lake, there are lots of great places to chill out on the day use side if you wanted to sit back and have a picnic for the day. Now, one of the other really fun things to do at Hanna Park is their disc golf course. They have an 18-hole disc golf course which goes through the woods. It's about 2,100 feet in length.
My favorite part of Hanna Park is the beach. You can get there walking 15 minutes from the campground, or you can take your vehicle. As you can see, there's lots of parking, lots of little pavilions to sit and have a picnic. The facilities include bathrooms and showers. And this is the overflow parking lot, so there is lots of parking. And as you can see, you can ride your bike here as well. Chewy was actually in that backpack. I love this little boardwalk going down towards the beach. The water was a bit chilly because we were there in November. Scrappy loved it, but Chewy wanted to go back to the RV. The water was beautiful. There were these little islands in the middle, and that's where I brought the dogs, so they felt safe. Just a little hello from our family to yours. And there's Scrappy begging to go back in the water time and time again. As you can see, it made her quite frisky.
Now, Hanna Park also has really awesome surfing. Now, at the very north end of the beach, there are some poles that extend into the water, and this is the surfing area. The reason the poles are there is to let you know not to go past into the naval base. Just be careful when you're surfing not to extend past the poles, but there's some really good surf there.
About a 15-minute drive from the campground takes you to the Mayport St. George Island Ferry, where A1A crosses the St. Johns River. Cars will cost you between $7 and $8, and RVs between $14 and $16. Make sure you keep track of the times that the ferry comes and goes. Hanna's sister park, Huguenot, is just on the other side of the river. You can drive around, but the 10-minute ferry ride saves you about 40 minutes and is much more fun. Bonus are the pelicans on both sides greeting you. My quest for the perfect sunset took us to Amelia Island State Park. You can drive on this beach, but it's best to have four-wheel drive so you don't get stuck in the soft sand. There's no better way to end a trip than with a sunset on the beach with birds soaring by. If you enjoyed our tour of Hanna Park, please hit the thumbs up and subscribe so you won't miss our next campground video. Also, please leave a comment or a question. If you have visited Hanna Park, please let us know what was your favorite part of this campground. Thank you again. Please connect with us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, or our blog, downsizingmakesense.com. And remember, downsizing does make sense.